we're gonna do first is to preheat the oven to like 170 degrees Celsius because our oven is really hot. So in here, did the pot, we have a flour. So basically making cake flour. So it's a mixture of cornstarch and flour. So I'm just gonna sieve that in. Just sieve it, guys. Oh, by the way, my hands are clean. I washed them beforehand, so don't worry. Don't want to get that wrong. You know? So I'm just gonna sieve both these two ingredients together. So make sure you sieve it like 5 times. Kung gusto nyo 10 times, go for it, you know? An exercise din naman. So, I think this is the 3rd time. 3 times na ata to. 3 times. Yes. 3. 4. Oh, diba? Exercise. 4. And then a 5. So, because my birthday is on the 5, so I'm just gonna stick to 5. What a lame excuse, no? More like I said, my hands are already aching. Joke. So, we're gonna start with our dry ingredients, of course. So here, meron tayong salt. So drop it in. Drop it like it's hot. And then baking pad, our baking powder. So I don't know why I did that. What you're gonna use is a whisk, a wire. So we're gonna whisk this up like so. So all of our dry ingredients get incorporated. Like so. Just keep whisking. You want to put as much air into our dry ingredients as much as possible. That is our goal. So, okay. Oh, and of course our sugar. So I'm just gonna separate our sugar. So we've got our sugar here. So I'm gonna whisk that up as well. If you wanna sieve this, go ahead. I might actually sieve this a little. I'm gonna sieve this. I just feel like my sugar, because I use granulated sugar, and obviously granulated sugar is a lot more. It's not fine. It's not finer than caster sugar. I don't know what it's called when it's not fine, as you can see. As in, bobo siya. Tingnan mo. Malalaki ng mga, what do you call this? Basta. I can't find the word. Ang aga-aga. It's just so early in the morning right now that my mind is still asleep. Well, half asleep. So, like, as you can see, these like really big bits here that won't sieve anymore, I'm just gonna set them aside. So I'm just gonna put it on the sink. So I didn't throw it. We can use that for coffee later. And I'm gonna give that another sieve just in case. Just, you know, why not? There's no harm in sieving. We need to aerate dry ingredients. That is what we need. Tingnan mo, bobo pa din, no? The sugar is just awful. This is why it's better to use finer sugar. But we just can't be asked. And granulated sugar is so much more cheaper. Like, obviously you'd want to go for the cheapest, wouldn't you? Who doesn't? So, right, that'll do. So next up is, so we're done with the sieving part and that. So I'm just gonna set that aside. Here I've got some eggs. So this is just the egg yolks. Right here is egg whites. Might end up spilling it. Oh gosh, we don't want that to happen. Not today, you know. So I'm talking. No, wait. I need to use a whisk right here. So we're gonna make, so because it's a coffee cake. you will need some Nescafe. Or any kind of like, you know, coffee brands that you have at home, Coffee Co, whatever. No, anything that's just. Oh, I thought for 1 second it wasn't gonna go through, but yeah. I mean, Coffee Co, like you want something that's, you know, pure coffee. We don't want to use like mixed with sugar or anything like that. Anything that's not. So we've got 1 tablespoon in here. That's quite a bit. We want a strong coffee flavor. So even though we're just making a really small cake, we're going to use quite a bit. And then of course, so 1:1. So we're going to need 1 tablespoon of hot water. So we're just going to mix that up with a spatula, not with some spatula, with a spatula. So you can see. So once it's all incorporated like so, wow, smell of morning, the smell of morning. Gosh, who doesn't love coffee, guys? Like, I know for sure I would die if there was no coffee. Like, I can't live without coffee. Like, it's the only thing that wakes me up in the morning. I mean, I don't even know why I'm saying that because I have trouble sleeping. No, it won't let me sleep or I get like lost in what I'm doing. So in here I've got a mixture of evaporated milk. So you can use whatever liquid you want. You could either use water, which is just gonna make it taste plain. But hey, I want something creamy, so I'm gonna go with milk. And we didn't have any whole milk. We didn't have any fresh milk in the house because I'm so stupid because I forgot to buy some yesterday. But good thing we had a can of evaporated milk in the shelves. So I was like, oh, thank goodness. Like, I won't have to go out to the shops today to buy it. So I was like, oh, thank goodness. And then oil. So I've already put them together in here. I mean, you know, just give it a little bit. I'm high. Why on earth did my voice just go super high just then? Okay, so into our egg yolks is that milk, a mixture, and milk and oil mixture. See, I told you, I just woke up. Well, I didn't wake up. I went to take my mum to work. Okay, I had to take her to work because the plan is, as both of my parents are working on a Saturday, they are so hard working, I'm going to tell you. So hard working. They do overtime almost like every weekend. Oh, especially my dad. He works like 24/7, like I hardly even see him at my home. But luckily, he took a day off all week, like all this week. So I got to spend time with him. Like we were just watching like tons of Netflix at home, and that was it. So once that's mixed, okay, we're gonna put it in our coffee mixture, like so. So you want every single drop of that in there. Every single drop. So like I was saying, yes. So the plan is, once my parents finish work, so my dad finishes around like 2, and I think it's currently like 8 now, 8 I'm here. So, my dad finishes at 2, my mum finishes around like 3:30. So when my dad comes home, we get changed and everything, get ourselves ready to go to Sheffield to come see my sister, and then we pick my mum up at like 3:30. We're just gonna go straight there. So my mum's coming home to get ready or anything, she's gonna get ready at my sister's place because we are planning to go for we plan to go out for dinner with my sister in Sheffield, and I booked this like really nice restaurant. Like, because I asked her, what cuisine do you want? What cuisine would you like for your birthday, like for your dinner party or whatever? And she was like, at first I was like, you want Asian, right? Like, because we always go for Asian. Like, we always either go to like, you know, like buffets and that, like all you can eat, like Cosmos or Wing. And my sister was like, no, I'm not feeling Asian. Not this time around. Like, she was like, I'm sick. I'm like kind of like leaning towards Italian, and I was just like, really? Italian? I was like, oh, that's fancy, isn't it? Like, that's a bit new. But the thing is, my parents are not keen with Italian food. You know? It's her day, it's her choice, and my mum was like, it's her choice. You know, she can choose whichever one she wants. And I chose this restaurant called Piccolino, which is quite fancy. Like, I feel like I'm in Italy. Yeah, so we're gonna go there tonight. I booked a reservation around like 6 p.m. I think it was 6 p.m. or half 6. can't remember, but that is why we're like after picking them up at like 3:30, I'm just gonna go straight because it takes like an hour a bit and all that, like to get to Sheffield. So now that we've got our wet ingredient and we've got our dry ingredient, we're gonna mix these two together. Look at that, we're gonna mix together, but obviously with a whisk. So we're gonna slowly mix this. Oh, look at that, you guys are bonding. So with this spatula, I'm just gonna scrape the sides, the bowl. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's been awful lately. Like, I haven't been able to sleep. Like, I don't know what it is. Is it like anxiety? Like, can you believe this morning I took a test? As soon as I woke up, I did this quiz. I was like, do I have anxiety or not? I'm like, what on earth is going on? Like, how come I can't sleep? Like, my mind keeps, you know, just won't let me sleep, won't give me like peace. And I was like, do I have anxiety or what? And then I took a test, and then it says, no, you don't worry, honey, you don't. And I was like, oh, really? Well, obviously it didn't speak to me, it just said, oh, no, you don't. So once it's incorporated like so, oh my god, it smells amazing. It really smells gorgeous in here. Do you know what? I want to add a little bit more flavour in it. Like, I think this is like a teaspoon. Why am I trembling? So I'm just going to put a little bit of vanilla flavouring in there. So you don't want to over whisk this. So once you see no flour, when there's no more flour, you can't see it anymore, then stop. Stop instantly. Because we don't want to make our, you know, the cake too dense. That's perfect. Okay, so now into our meringue. So like I say, I have my egg whites here. So I'm gonna just get a teaspoon. Not even a teaspoon because it's such a small cake. You're just gonna need half a teaspoon of vinegar into your egg white, like so. Pull that away. And what we're gonna do is, I mean, you don't have to use vinegar. I don't have cream of tartar, so obviously the substitute is vinegar or lemon juice. And what we're gonna do is we're just going to mix this on medium heat, medium speed. Okay, so you can stop mixing a little when you see these like bubbles forming. Like, I'll just show you so you can see. Once bubbles start forming, like so, like little bubbles, you can start adding in your sugar gradually. So we're gonna mix still at medium speed. I was gonna say medium heat, but yeah, my medium speed is around 6. So just gonna gradually add the sugar in. Make sure that's on 6. Right. Don't want it too high. Now we're just gonna keep it at this speed the whole time until it's stiff heat. Like, you don't wanna rush your meal around. Like, oh my gosh, that is one of the mistakes I've been making in the past, and sometimes I still do, so don't worry about it, you know? It happens, but I tend to rush it all the time. Like, I'm like, oh, it's nearly forming, and let me speed it up. No, never do that. Keep it at this speed the whole time. That is crucial. That is one thing I've learned over the years of making chiffon. It's getting there. Let's look at it. Okay, so it's still a little frothy. It's like something that you would put on cappuccino. Not put on cappuccino, it's like cappuccino, that's what I'm trying to say. Look at it. No, that is not what you want. Look at that. That's just wrong. The cake is just gonna deflate. There's no structure whatsoever to it. So if you guys have KitchenAid, you guys are so lucky. That's like my dream mixer. I want a KitchenAid so bad. Don't worry, I'm gonna save for it. I'm gonna save up for that KitchenAid. Excited, I bet you are. It's starting to look like whipped cream. Once it starts looking like whipped cream, we're nearly there, guys. Nearly there. Oh, look at me, putting my arms around my waist. because I am afraid that it will go over stiff peak. Like, I don't want to over mix it. So I'm just gonna do a little tester. Okay, it's still a little puffy. It's still not there, but like it's still. Manually whisk this up and see if it will stiffen up just by doing this. Okay, I think it's going there somewhere. What is wrong with me? Does it look like whipped cream? Oh, I'm aching. This is worse than my gym sesh. Whisking that up. You know what? I'm just gonna whisk in this for like 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Okay, that'll do. Okie dokie. Okay, wow, that's stiff. What I mean by stiff is, look at that. Look, it just sticks right up. Oh my god, that nearly fell. So we are done. I want to double check that it really is. Yeah, that is. Okay, no more. No more. Okay. So we are gonna incorporate you two together. Like I said. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start folding. So we're gonna mix our egg whites with our egg yolk batter. Like this. So just get like, I don't know, a fourth, like a fourth of it. So using a whisk it up. So you don't have to be nice or, you know, generous in your. I'm just going to be aggressive, because you can be. It's the first one. So make sure you mix it properly. Or like from there. But then after this, oh my god, you need to be perfect. Super perfect. So I was very aggressive with this one. Doesn't mean you should be aggressive with the rest of it. Okay? So now these two are like perfectly combined. As you can see, it's so much more lighting colour. I'm going to add the rest of this in here. So with this spatula, we're going to mix these two together. So I don't like them to do anything. So I usually tend to scrape every single bit of my butter into my ground. Always do. You will never waste a single drop. If I see something raw, well, you just need it in there. When I do, I just need to think myself, I'll just see something wrapped in there. Scoop it all out, you know, you can open my early morning, but hey, it's morning. Okay. This is kind of morning to me. Baking. Not the roasters, it's now. A bit is morning. Okay, so you can see that. I can this in. So what we're going to do is we're going to scrape that out. And go back in there. So we're going to fold this in with our spatula. We'll do spatulas. So slowly mix the batter together. Like slowly. So we are done. I'm done mixing that. I don't want to over mix anything. So into this baking strip, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it around my cake pan. It prevents the outer part of the cake cooking before the middle. And that's what we want. We don't want the sides of our cake cooking first before the middle, you know? And that's what causes the crust at the side of the cake. And I found this to be very useful. If you don't have this, you can just easily use foil or tissue, right? Like what I mean by that is wrap your wet tissue in some foil and then put it around the cake. So I just need to tighten it a little bit more. It's like a belt that needs fastening. So I need to hurry up because my batter is waiting. So there we go. So I soak this in like really cold water, and you can put in some ice in there too. So what we're gonna do is just gonna pour in our batter. That'll do. Now I'm just gonna pop it into the oven. You must not open your oven whilst your chiffon is cooking. They will deflate. The only time that you can open it is when you know they are about, like they are cooking and nearly cooked, like to that stage of being cooked. So I'm gonna put it for like 40 minutes because it is at it's at 170 degrees. guys, that was hilarious. So I went in to get what I needed in Asda's. I got my cream because I was so stupid because I used all the cream for whipping cream and I needed some left for the ganache, and I completely forgot about the ganache, that I just used it all and made whipping cream with it. And I was like, I need to get some more. So that's why I decided to go to Asda's. And oh my gosh, I brought cash with me, so I had £2 in my pocket. And what happened was, I was about to pay at the kiosk, and I was just like going through my pocket. I couldn't find it. All I could find was like £1, and it's like £1.65 for the cream. And I was just like, where on earth is the other pound gone? Did I drop it? Because like I placed my money, the coins, in the same pocket as I put my phone in. So I was like, oh, I must have dropped it when I picked my phone up. Or it must have, like, I don't know what happened. Thank goodness that I had my card connected to my phone. I have GPay, and I was like, thank goodness that I didn't have to walk out there embarrassed. And all I was gonna buy was that cream, and I didn't have money, and I was just like, oh my god, thank goodness. Oh my gosh, I was so glad I had my GPay. If I didn't, I would be so embarrassed just walking out of that store without anything. Oh, save me from embarrassment. And then, guess what? I opened my car door. I was like, there. My £1 was under my seat. It was on my seat. And I was like, how did that happen? It was in my pocket, and then it ended up on my seat. Nasa Sheffield na kami po. Nag-park na, bumili na ng ticket. Si Mami, nilalamig daw. Hintayin muna natin siya dito sa kotse. Malapit na daw siya. Hi! What a busy day, what a busy day. Pero finally, nandito na kami. And I can hear my stomach rumbling already. I'm starving already. So excited na ako kumain, guys. So